Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my go-to way to blow dry and flat iron my hair for a voluminous blowout. I'm showing you here what I'm working with. This is freshly washed hair that has air dried for a couple hours because mom life. But here we go. First I'm going to grab my handy dandy Revlon blow dryer brush. I don't think that's the official name, but I'll enter it here. And I'm going to be using these scrunchies to hold my hair back in different sections. And this is the heat protectant I'll be using. It's worked well for me in keeping my hair from getting damaged from blowouts. I like to work through my hair in sections, so here I'm just splitting it up into a few sections to make it easier to work with and showing you just a little bit of what my texture looks like. And as I go to work through each specific section, I'll then add the heat protectant on top before I start to blow dry, and you'll see that here in a second. Now you can't really tell from the visuals, but my hair actually does already have a leave-in applied to it. Just from the air drying, it doesn't look that moisturized, but I definitely made sure to moisturize before I start blow drying, adding the heat, because that would be damage city otherwise. So here I'm just spraying an even amount of the heat protectant and then just working it through the section, and I'll do that for each section as I work through my hair. So starting at the ends of my hair, I'm going to take the blow dryer and brush it through while gently working my way all the way up to the roots. This of course helps to also detangle the hair further while it's being dried and blown out at the same time. And since we're drying the hair, this often requires going over a section multiple times, of course, but I promise even with doing that, the hair does dry pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Here's the first section completely done, and as you can see, it looks like your standard blowout and it's fully dry. After I'm done with each section, I like to twist it up when I'm done to help keep it out of the way, and then move on to the next.
No.
Now we have the final blowout. It's full, voluminous, and straight. Here I'm just doing some more light detangling, but as you can see, I was having some fun with it too.
No. No.
So I'm going to work in small sections like this one, making sure the hair is fully detangled. And I like to implement the chase method with a fine-tooth comb, which means I have the flat iron just kind of chase the comb, so to speak, through the hair to make sure that there's more of an even distribution of the heat to each strand. And that way you limit the amount of times you have to go over each section to kind of reduce the amount of heat exposure and hopefully reduce any potential heat damage. And then at the end, I like to kind of bump my ends to kind of give it a slight curl to add that voluminous look to it so it's not bone straight. Then I'm going to go ahead and work on the next section of hair using the same method. First, inserting the fine-tooth comb, making sure it's all, the hair is fully detangled. And then starting at the root, flat iron the section, again following the comb to make sure we get every strand with an even amount of heat. Bump the ends for volume and go over it a second time. And then I'm just going to repeat that process throughout my whole head until everything is fully flat ironed. And with that, we are all done. My hair is shiny, it has movement, and it's voluminous, and it just has that full look that I was going for. Again, remember the point was to have voluminous hair and not the typical bone straight silk press. Okay, so I'm getting ready for bed, and I decided to go with just some loosely twirled pin curls. So that's what I'm doing here. I do have this sped up a little bit just to save some time, but I'm essentially just taking it into individual pieces. I'm not really stressing about them being the same size or making any parts or anything like that. Just taking each section, kind of twirling it up, lightly twisting it, and then just using some bobby pins to secure it, and again just keeping it loose. And then I'm going to cover it with a satin cap and then my bonnet to protect it for the night, and hopefully the next morning it would come out similar to how it looks now without being completely flattened out as it would with a typical wrap with the silk press. So it's the next morning, and I'm just taking off the bonnet and the satin cap, and I'm just going to unravel each of the pin curls. It didn't look as neat as I wanted to in the morning, but again, I'm going for a voluminous look, so it doesn't need to be perfectly sleek, which is nice. Now that I've released all the pin curls, I'm just going to finger comb and keep kind of fluffing and manipulating it just enough to kind of comb through and get the look that I'm looking for. And there's lots of fluffing, lots of finger combing. I even did, as you saw, go in with my wide tooth comb. And yeah, I'm just kind of working it out until I get it just right for what I'm going for. So I'm getting ready for date night, and we are going to be outside a little bit. So I'm going to go in with some of this anti-frizz serum from Garnier Fructis, and it's supposed to be good for combating humidity, which we have a lot of in Georgia. So I'm just going to smooth this through my hair, just gently work it in, kind of finger comb it, and let it do its thing. It does add some nice additional shine as well, but it adds that protection to the hair to help prevent it from turning into a complete puffball or completely reverting back to its original state. After applying the anti-frizz serum throughout my hair, I decided to go back in and add just like a quick little curl touch up to the ends. They got a little bit too straight for my liking. I really wanted more of a loose curl, voluminous vibe. So I'm just doing that really quick here on both sides, just to give it that last little oomph before heading out. Here is the final look. Thank you again so much for watching. And if you made it this far in the video, drop a pineapple emoji in the comments. Bye!